What's going on, YouTube? And welcome back. It's been a while, very long. I've been chilling. Not gonna lie, watching YouTube videos. The days just pass by, and then I check my channel, and I seen the last video I posted was like months ago. I'm like, damn. But like when I'm waiting for a YouTuber and they take a day long, I'm like, damn, they fell off. So yeah, it was pretty funny how that works. You try becoming a YouTuber and you'll know exactly what I mean when I say that. Alright, so you read the title. AEW is better than WWE. Now I first started watching WWE in 2013 and onwards. But when I was a little kid, younger, around like the years 2014, I used to be on YouTube watching all the old wrestling, catching up on all the everything, the segments, the matches, and everything. So I have like a comparable idea of how the WWE has been throughout the years, what has happened, and everything like that. And I've been watching AEW for quite a bit now. I don't watch WWE no more. They're too goofy and childish now. But that's not the reason why I'm saying they're better. No, I'm not the no. That's not the reason why I'm saying AEW is better. But AEW is more serious now, right? Now, the reason why is that's one of the reason of why AEW is better. Because WWE, they've transitioned into this PG era mode, as you guys noticed. And a lot of the segments and a lot of stuff that they do are like jokey. So you can't take them serious. I know it's for the younger audience, but the young audience is not like a toddler. Like, you gotta make a storyline that makes sense for them. And when I'm watching WWE, like when I used to watch WWE, I stopped watching like during COVID, and then when Roman had that huge tribal chief, I've tuned in and out here and there. And what I've noticed a lot was I only cared about 5% of the entire show. Raw was 3 hours, SmackDown was 2 hours, and I think it switched, so now Raw is 2 hours and SmackDown is 3 hours. I don't know because I don't watch it now, but let me know down below for that. I only care about 5% of the show. It's usually the main event. Or if there's a good tag team that's on the rise or a funny segment going on, then I care about that and the main event. Or if a Brock feud is going on, then I care about that and the main event. That's usually what it is. Everything else is like, don't care. Another reason why I don't like WWE. No, wait, let me talk about AEW now. For AEW, everything is serious. They're not jokey. Everything makes sense. It's immediately about wrestling. Its segments are number 2, even though they're better on the mic. Segments are number 2. Immediately, as soon as they come out to the ring, fight, get to action. And at first, when I was watching AEW, they just went out there and just wrestled without much storytelling. But in recent years, I've loved more AEW now because they incorporated storyline and they've done really good with the storyline nowadays. I'm not gonna lie. Like even last year, they had some really good feuds with some wrestlers that they had over there with Kenny Omega, MJF, Okada. They had a lot of really good storylines circling around them, which was really good. So yeah, they got the storyline on point. They know how to do the storyline on point now, with everything making sense. With WWE side, you're only like 5% of the show. You don't care about everything. And it's like lazy writing. With AEW, it makes you make sense. Now, another thing I want to talk about is why is AEW better than WWE? Those are just little points that AEW has a notch over. The only reason WWE is still on top and still gets more viewership is because of the names. Yes, the big names in WWE. Like, if you're a WWE fan right now watching this, tell me, why do you not want to click on an AEW show? I'll tell you why. You don't know anybody over there. When you think about WWE, The Rock can come back, make a comeback, do like a little promo. Stone Cold could come do a promo. John Cena at WrestleMania, the host. Things like that. WWE lives off on those legends to help their dying product that is slowly dying. AEW doesn't have that. They're a new company. They just started. Cody Rhodes, part owner, left the WWE for the championship and don't know when he's coming back. So they don't have that. They have Sting, but Sting is more WCW. He's not like AEW. They're building future stars right now in the making. And if you look at if you look at the ages on the top guys, like AEW, top guys, MJF, under 30 years old, Darby Allin, under 30, Hangman Adam Page, same, Swerve Strickland, under 30. All of them are like in the young age, in that age to where you build up to be future champions. So like they've been, like those people I've named, they've held the title, they've been in the main event scene, they've been on the top, and they're all young. They also got all these years to develop and get better. And there's more names that I'd even name. And some WWE guys jumped over to AEW, like Ricochet, Andrade El Idolo. And they're helping build them while also building themselves on top of that. In WWE, most of the guys in the championship scene, they're all 40 plus. Look at the guys who are younger. You have Obafemi, Trick Williams, Braun Breaker. Those are the three names that come to my mind. Those three are in the age groups to where they need to start being built now to become future champs. AEW has like an entire roster of that doing right now. They've been building for these couple of years, and they're still going to build. In 10 years' time, those superstars in the AEW roster, when they get in the 10 years' time, we're going to be looking at them like a Stone Cold, like a The Rock, like all these other legends. Now, hold on. I mentioned some big names. But look at Stone Cold's career. Look at The Rock's career. Randy Orton, John Cena. Look at all of their careers. They have all been in the main event scene, won the title before 30 years old when they're young. They didn't get it in 40. Look at Drew McIntyre. He's like 40. And he's like a 3-time champ. He's had sloppy booking with the title recently. And he's 40. He's about to retire. LA Knight doesn't even have a title, and he's 40. How are you going to give him a title now? It's too late. If you give him a title, he's going to make the Hall of Fame. No. Finn Balor's 40. They squashed him for a couple of years, and look at him now. And WWE, all you guys, Braun, Oba, and Trick. What if you flop all three, or even flop once? Oh, they also have Jacob Fatu. He's good too. But those are 4 guys that they need to build right this instant. They have not been doing that. They've been building this 40 years old people, and we've only been caring about the Hall of Fame guys. AEW has been building all these young stars and building up the whole roster and everything. Now you guys say, wait. WWE got the 4 guys that they're building, and their women's roster is killing it. So what now? But AEW storyline makes sense. Everything makes sense. With WWE, it's kind of like they try to, but then it fails somewhere. It hit a dead zone, and then people don't care about them. And then they gotta try to make things make sense. Like, for example, Sami Zayn burying Carmelo Hayes and then getting a nod at WrestleMania. Things like that. Carmelo Hayes is really good. He needs to be built. Things like that is not going to be being built. Look at AEW. AEW doesn't have stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to say. AEW has a couple years of these younger guys that are going to be the future Hall of Fames. Triple H, in his hands, he is holding the future Hall of Fame WWE superstars in his hands right now. And he can make them Hall of Fame. Look at the guys right now. Who's going to be Hall of Fame? No one. Look at Gunther. Gunther made John Cena, AJ Styles retire. He's been doing a whole lot of nothing after that. Like, you see what I'm saying about that? Look at AEW. They got MJF. MJF's already multi-time champ. He's already built. They're building Darby Allin right now. Hangman, when he comes back, he could be in that stage. They have all these guys, and they don't live off of Kenny Omega. They have other guys that can take the throne, be in the main event scene, and stuff like that. So that's why I say AEW is better than the WWE. It's just they don't have The Rock or a Stone Cold. So that's the only reason why WWE is on top right now. But when a lot of their 40-year-old guys get too old and retire, they're going to have to live off. They're going to have to focus on that young crew that's being slowly built up. Roman going to be full-time, help building up superstars is not the only... He's not the only person to do it. Triple H has to help do that. Triple H doesn't have a good track record in doing that. He doesn't build stars. Roman called him out before Royal Rumble. A lot of top superstars don't like Triple H because they probably see that he's not building up a generation of superstars. They're looking at AEW. They're like, damn, that MJF guy, they building him good. Ooh, look at that Darby Allin guy. They just put the title on him. And we believe his storyline and his main event and everything that he wants to do. Ooh, look at Swerve Strickland. He's like made already. Like, you have all these made AEW guys, but in WWE, they're not made. Oba and Trick, they're the first two after WrestleMania that's like really getting worked on to become one of the greats. Carmelo needs to be added on that list too. Braun Breaker is slowly getting added too. He was injured, so they had to derail a little bit, but I hope they keep building him up. Now, the 40-year-old guys in WWE, they can still do their thing. Drew McIntyre got to be in things that make sense instead of losing to Fatu every night. If Drew McIntyre loses to Fatu every night, they're going to look at Drew McIntyre like, this guy ain't nothing. He's losing to this guy every single week. We don't even believe this guy anymore. At WrestleMania, he came out with his sword. I'm like, what are you going to do with that sword? Because he's been losing to Fatu in the brawls and matches. So if Fatu beats a guy that's been losing to him all the time, we don't care. You have to build up guys so when the big guys take him out, it means something and it's prominent in their careers. Look back at the career of John Cena, Randy Orton, all of Hulk Hogan. When did they first win their title? Who did they beat? How did they beat them? When did they get another championship match? Who did they feud with during those times? Were they winning all the time? What was happening in that feud? AW has that part right, and they're building it right. So yeah, as far as the females go in WWE, um, Rhea Ripley is getting pushed for some reason. I don't think she's that talented to keep getting pushed too frequently. Like, she's always in the main event scene. Like, you have people like Liv Morgan, other people as well that you can use. You have Sol Ruka from NXT. She did really good in that Royal Rumble. Maybe she could do something. You got Lash Legend with Nia Jax. Nia Jax is a joke. Her on social media with the other women, they just make WWE a joke just being on social media because of that whole kayfabe gets ruined. I wish kayfabe was still a thing. Well, I get they're regular people. They have to do regular people things. But still, like, at least make an effort to make it believable. The whole New Day thing, New Day just feels like they just come on the screen to follow a storyline and that's it. Nothing's being elevated, nothing's being worked on. It's just whatever, meh. And that's most of the WWE shows when I watch. If it's not the main event, they just coming out there to wrestle for a paycheck. AW is different. They have incentive. They come out there, a storyline that makes sense, on current storyline, not something that comes out of the blue, out of nowhere. You don't watch it being like, this is mad. Why are they out here fighting? They fighting for no damn reason. But if you look at WWE, you can say that for almost the whole show. Other than the main event or maybe one event that's good. That's why AEW pay-per-views are so good. And don't let me talk about that WrestleMania pay-per-view. You had so many 5-10 minute matches. A lot of people saying, oh, if the match is good, you shouldn't be blah 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 about the short. No, the reason why having it longer is for the storyline to build. The Logan Paul match with LA Knight Usos, that was way too short. The Rhea Ripley match was very short. I was watching, it was very short. Only the ending of the match was good, and everybody started calling it amazing. I'm like, what? Roman CM Punk match was slow and sluggish. They did have some big moments here and there. I like that match. Not a 5-star match, definitely not. It was too slow, sluggish to be a 5-star match. I would say more like 4-star, 3.8, around there. I would say. All the other matches were like slow. The Cody Randy, I didn't even watch that match. You have the whole Jelly Roll, and I don't know who else was, or Pat McAfee. That's just a joke. Like, that whole thing is a joke. TKO is terrible with adding those type of things, but WWE has the main say over the building up of wrestlers, building up of the storylines. TKO only has that difference with like the main event or like the bare minimum. Triple H has that main say. So yeah, that's why I think AEW is better. And I don't think WWE will build up their people to be future Hall of Fames. Because we're seeing right now, no one's being built up other than those 4 guys that I named in WWE. And Carmelo Hayes, they're not treating him as good. And the fact that they're treating Carmelo Hayes like that, and they treated other wrestlers like that, tells me that Femi, Trick Williams, Braun Breaker, they might feel the same fate. Javon Evans is super young. They can continue building him up. He got so many years. I hope they don't just keep him in catering or whatever. I hope they keep Like, if he become a champion at like 25 or 26 or like even 24, like he can like stack up on championships on top of championships and be really good. But knowing WWE, they're not gonna pull the trigger. They're gonna continue to give one guy everything and focus less on other people. That's just how it is. That's how it's been for years. And yeah, Vince made Roman Reigns, and look at him now. Triple H, I don't think he's gonna make anybody. He's got Oba to make. Let's see what he does there. But still, look at AEW. They got so many people that's under 30 already being made. Some of them can carry even main event scenes by themselves without having Kenny Omega, without having a 40-plus-year-old wrestler, which is really good, without having to bring in a WWE guy. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below.